You can tell if you've heard my interviews and you listen to the song, you'll get a partial sensation of how much I love that guy. My dad was a bow hunter when I was born in Detroit in 1948, and I grew up along the Rouge River where I made my own bows and arrows. I had this pure, natural, primal instinct to take care of myself and make weapons. And by the way, I want to thank all the law enforcement because those are my guys on the roof over there. You see, real law enforcement, do that Fred Bear hat. Real law enforcement secures rooftops. I thought I'd mention that today. And if there was someone on that rooftop over there, I could get them from here. Do you feel the love? So I got up one morning to do my chores, because that's what I was raised to do chores, to be in the asset column, put my heart and soul into being the best that I could be. I learned that from my dad, who was a bow hunter who fought in World War II, killed Japs and Nazis. He was in the United States Army, and he raised me to kick ass. He raised me to be the best that I could be. And we'd go north every year, coming through Standish and Pinconning, and I'd have my little longbow. There were no recurves yet. Remember, Dave? No recurves yet, just longbows. And Port Orford cedar arrows with real natural die-cut turkey feathers. And I'd get up every morning and I'd shoot my bow and arrow, and I'd play my guitar. And we'd stop at a little shack in Grayling and said, Bear Archery. I think Nels Grumley made the sign. Nels Grumley. Anybody? Nels Grumley. Neil. And I was just a little boy, 4 or 5 years old. I started when I could just walk, which is at 4 months because I had to chase woodchucks. So we'd stop and there'd be this tall, lanky man, and I was already trying to play Chuck Berry stuff. But I also shot my bow and arrow every day. I was addicted to the bow and arrow and the guitar. How cool is that American dream? So I'd meet this tall, lanky guy. I didn't know who he was. I was young and dumb, and I went to American school, so I was really stupid. And but I practiced. My dad made me practice my guitar and made me shoot my bow. Aim small, miss small. Find that spirit that God gave me everything I already need. I just need to appreciate it, respect it, and put it to work. And then I wrote Wang Dang Sleeping Dang. Are we having a good time? All right. So I'm 76 years clean and sober because I wanted to shoot a good arrow. All you young people out there, I kicked maximum ass because I was trained to be the best that I could be and kill that deer cleanly. And so if you're drunk or stoned, you gotta buy chicken. Is that right? I mean, duh. So we'd come up north every year and we'd stop in Grayling, and most of the time Fred was there. And he had a lot of arrows, and I figured if I had 2 or 3 arrows, I was doing pretty good. And we'd go into the national forest and get all excited if we saw poop and tracks. We didn't know what we were doing. Had my Bodkin broadheads, my MA2, my MA3, the Bear Razorhead, the Hilbury. See, you know what I'm talking about, don't you, Ruth? So I'm an old bull hunter. And let's take it many years later, in 1987, after spending about 20 hunting camps with Fred Bear. You wonder why I have an attitude? Fred invited me to his hunting camp. Fred loved me. Fred told me he loved me, and I'm supposed to be humble? And I loved him. And in 1987, we walked down those trails together. And he told me to continue doing what I'm doing, promoting clean and sober and archery and conservation and respecting God's miraculous creation. He said, keep doing what you're doing, Ted, because you're taking it to a rock and roll audience that would never hear anything the industry would have to say. So I said, yes, sir. Who's going to stop me? And then he died. And so one morning I got up to my chores and I put the dog biscuits back in the box. And I sat down with my guitar, and all of a sudden I just went. There I was, back in the wild again. And I felt right at home, where I belong. I had that feeling come on over me again. And just like it happened so many times before. Yeah. The spirit of the woods, he's like an old good friend. Makes me feel warm and good inside. And I know his name, it's good to see him again. 'Cause in the wind, he's still alive. Talking about Fred Bear, walking me down the trails again. It takes me back, take me back where I belong. Fred Bear, I'm glad to have you at my side, my friend. Sing it, and I will join you on the big hunt before too long. Yeah. It was kind of dark, another misty dusk, and it came from a tangle down below. And I tried to remember everything you taught me so well. I had to decide which way to go. Was I alone or in a hunter's dream? The moment of truth is here and now. I felt his touch, I felt his guiding hand. I could feel it, and the buck was mine forevermore. Because of Fred Bear, I will walk down these trails again. He takes me back where I belong. Fred Bear, I'm glad to have you at my side, my friend. And I will join you on the big hunt before too long. We're not alone when we're in the great outdoors. We got his spirit, we got his soul. and he will guide my steps and my arrows home. The restless spirit forever roams, threadbare when I walk down those trails again. He takes me back where I belong. Threadbare, I'm glad to have you at my side, my friend. And I will join you on the big hunt before too long. 'Cause in the wind, he's still alive. In the Grayling wind, he's still alive. Oh! 'Cause in the wind, I can hear Threadbare. I hear you, Fred. Hey, Fred. Let's go hunting, buddy. Look around. Back in Grayling. Whoa, Fred. Downtown, buddy. People love you. Hey, Fred. You go up that ridge. I'll go down the swamp. We'll get that buck. You know what Fred said? If today's teenage thrill seekers really want to get a thrill, let them go to the Northwest. Time to go to grizzly bear, a brown bear, a polar bear, and they'll get a thrill that will cleanse their soul.